What's going on, boxing heads? It's your boy Full Kind of Boxing coming back at you with another boxing live stream video. So, a lot of people are saying, it's a lot of chatter going on YouTube saying that they still don't believe that Earl Spence Jr. is gonna fight Terrence Crawford, and for good reason because we've seen, Deontay Wilder and AJ. That fight didn't, that didn't come about, and we've seen Ryan Garcia cap, and we didn't see, fights that, we wanted to see Tank and Ryan, and just a lot of fights that just didn't manifest because the business of boxing got in the way. But I don't understand why people don't believe in a person who does everything they say they're gonna do, right? And if you think about it, Earl Spence Jr., he always follows his plan, right? Because he told Crawford that he was gonna get the belts on his side of the street, and that's what he did. He got all the belts on his side of the street, even though his detractors, made fun of him, saying that he was ducking. So we know this cap though. We know this cap. So it was just interesting. It was just interesting that people were taking his words and trying to say that Errol Spence Jr. is going to fight Keith Thurman, and he was going to take all these little side fights because Errol Spence Jr. has said that once he gets all the three belts, once he got the WBF, he got the WBC, now he got the WBA, he's going for the WBO. I don't know how many times, Errol Spence Jr. got to say it. So I don't think it's about what he's saying. It's just about the hate that they have for the man. So they're never going to listen to logic or reason. So you just got to kind of move on and just see what happens, right? So we all know that Errol Spence Jr. is going to have one more fight because it's been hard for him, to make 147. The man walks around probably at 180 or 170 or something like that. And that's why, he's talking about, fighting Canelo. So, it's only, it only makes sense that, say he followed through on what he says. So here on Errol Spence Jr. page, he's got like a little picture of, strap season, now he's calling himself the big fish, and here you see the little graphic where, he is, he got all the straps. You see the IBF is in the first door, and you see the WBC, and then you see the WBA. Now he's tapping on the TC door, and that's Terrence Crawford door, and he's knocking on that door. That lets you know where his mentality is. You know what I'm saying? And he's got the scribe with the blood on it, right? So he's the big fish. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's supposed to be him with the skull wrapped around his neck. You know. So this here right here tells you that Errol Spence Jr. he's coming for the Terrence Crawford WBO championship belt. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people out there that's trying to throw off the conversation. Did you see that? That was Cool Boy Steph in the comments saying yes sir, and in the comments Terrence Crawford is on Errol Spence Jr. Instagram saying bring that shit, right? So you even got Champ side on there. You know what I'm saying? SNZ, I don't know what that means. But he got his rapper friend, Yellow Beezy. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's responding. Got Ellie Setback on there. So, Errol Spence, everywhere he goes, got Premier Boxing. So, anything Errol Spence Jr. do is big, and he's not going to just put something out there, saying that's not going to be, not that he's not going to go through with. So, and they call him the truth for a reason, right? He's called the truth for a reason. And, so far he's held to that moniker because, what I'm saying, he does everything he says he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. And I know that's kind of corny and everything, but in a way, it's kind of refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these fighters, what I'm saying, they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. And he had a good win over Ugas. Out of all the trials and tribulations that he went through, what I'm saying, he got himself together and got in physical shape. What I'm saying, to be able to go out there and put on a dominant performance. You know, um, a lot of people, in the Crawford camp, what I'm saying, they're already starting to get their pitchforks out. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to protest anything that Errol Spence Jr. do because you heard the comments about him getting hit in the sixth round. You know what I'm saying? When he thought the referee, yelled break, and they're making fun of all that kind of stuff. So you got a lot of childish dudes on that side. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to understand one thing. There's a lot of fans that's really not fans of boxing. You know, so if you're a real boxing fan, you're excited about this. You know, and to see EJ back into boxing, back into getting himself in top shape, and I'm hoping that he incorporates Blu-ray, and if he gets Blu-ray back, he's gonna go Super Saiyan, because I think that's when he was in his best shape. You know what I mean? Look at Errol Spence Jr. and his son. So I say all that to say, I don't think the detractors, maybe they're just looking for content to make. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we have to worry about Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to do everything he can to make this fight happen. And you seen how he was fighting Ugas. You know, the performance he had was spectacular. Think about it. He had 17 months off, right? So you're going to come back. He's a little rusty, and it wasn't even that bad because once he got his bearings up under him in that fight, everything was business as usual. And I mean, yeah, he took a few jabs from Ugas early on, and Ugas, I was surprised by his reach. Tell you the truth, because they got it down on BoxRec. It's not 73 and 73 and a half like it said on fight night. So it's almost like where did that come from? So I was completely surprised by that because doing research for these videos, saying stuff like that catch you off guard. If it's not written in BoxRec. So so he's ready. They want to go into the fight right away. So we're not going to have to wait long. We're not going to have to wait long, y'all. Look at Michael Irvin acting crazy as hell. He said, we break motherfuckers. That's what he's saying. We break motherfuckers. That dude is a wild guy. I always loved Michael Irvin when he was playing. He talked to a Dallas Cowboy fan. So, by the way, so he he's definitely looking to make this fight soon because he don't want to be at 147 very long. You know what I'm saying? And he said he only got one more fight, and I don't think what I'm saying, I don't think he want to fight Boots, not because he's afraid of Boots, but I think he'll meet Boots up at 154. You know what I'm saying? I think he's done with 147. He's gonna start passing out like Virgil Ortiz and shit. You don't want that to happen, and trying to kill yourself to make the weight, and you know, so with one more fight being Terrence Crawford, that's going to be a mega showdown, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about maybe 800 pay-per-views, maybe even a million pay-per-views, right? That's out of sight for this era of boxing. You know what I'm saying? For them to reach that kind of superstar status, and it's going to raise Terrence Crawford profile as well. He's been having, he haven't been the best at promoting himself. If he would have went to that fight, I think it would have even boosted this fight or promoted this fight to another level. But we know Terrence Crawford, that ain't his style. You know what I'm saying? He ain't with that. But I think he's going into the fight. I think Terrence Crawford looked at that fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Udanis Ugas. I think he looked at that fight, and I think Terrence Crawford was like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying? I got to get on my game. Now I know Terrence Crawford. He stays in the gym. I know he's a tough competitor and he stays in shape. But he's not Superman, y'all. He's been going on vacations. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's go look at Terrence Crawford page. Let's go look at see what Terrence Crawford been up to. He's been chilling, taking photos of I don't know if that's his girlfriend or a model. You know, again, that's him with Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? Who they kind of like real close over there. Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and I know he stays in shape and everything. So he's a gym rat, and but I just wonder, did he look at Errol Spence Jr. and was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That dude is a dog. That dude he got some good ring boxing IQ. I mean, he's more versatile than I thought. Now you wonder if Terrence Crawford, or is he thinking, you know what I'm saying, he can't mess with me. He can't fuck with me at all. I'm gonna get in there and beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? You wonder if that's what's going through his mind when he saw that performance. Because if you ask me, Errol Spence Jr. showed that he could take a punch that is his chin is granite. You know what I'm saying? It's made of steel. Can you imagine? That's a Ugas is a world class champion, bro, and he's been wanting to fight Earl Smith Jr. for a long time, and he finally got the opportunity, and he gets a free shot. You know what I'm saying? Which could have, if anybody else got hit by a punch like that, they would have been out. They would have been out. So, you know what I'm saying? He was in such great condition that he was able to recuperate like instantly because he got right on Ugas. And I'm sure Terrence Crawford took a look at that. You know what I'm saying? And they say that Terrence Crawford is knocking out heavyweights. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how true that is because you got to look at what kind of heavyweights are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? There's a young lady. Yeah, Terrence Crawford like the ladies, don't he? So, you know what I'm saying? What kind of heavyweights is he knocking out? Now, that's something Shakur Stevenson said, so it's not something I made up. So it looked like Terrence Crawford is enjoying his life, his money. These guys are millionaires, guys. So, it's nothing to feel sorry about. Look like Keyshawn Davis trying to soak up some of that rich life, with Terrence Crawford. And but these guys, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, when they do meet, you know what I'm saying, they don't have any they don't destroy each other, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see who's the best out of both of them. You know what I'm saying? So all these radical fans, you know what I'm saying, they get a little bit too caught up and stuff into the boxing competition. Don't get me wrong now, you know, you know, I follow. I mean, I'm passionate about the sport and everything, but I'm a fan of Bud Crawford too. So that's something that maybe the younger guys get into, about hating on the fans and stuff like that. But it's just kind of ridiculous when you see what some of these guys do for what I'm saying, for clout and for attention. You know, so I'm looking at Terrence Crawford. I'm one. He's 34. You know what I'm saying, but he's not moving the same. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He don't have the same. The same athletic ability he used to have. And I'm just wondering, is that's gonna play a part in you know what I'm saying, when he faces Errol Spence Jr., is that going to be a problem? I'm saying, is he going to be able to stay away from Errol Spence Jr.? Terrence Crawford uses his reach, what I'm saying, his reflexes, what I'm saying, his ability to pivot, turn, look at, what I'm saying, his ability to box, what I'm saying, but it comes with relying on a lot of athletic ability, what I'm saying. So if he slows down in this fight, becomes an old man during this fight, if Errol is able to get inside of Terrence Crawford movement and his ability and his combinations and stuff like that, if he's able to weather that storm, what I'm saying, he's going to get inside and he's going to bang Terrence Crawford body. And he's not used to that. He's not used to anybody getting inside on him. He's not used to anybody going through his punches to get to him. And he can't intimidate Errol Spence Jr. with speed. That's just not going to happen. So it's just going to be real interesting to see if Errol Spence, if Terrence Crawford can keep him off him. And I don't think he can, not for 12 rounds. I think he's going to really have to use his timing to catch Errol Spence Jr. just like he caught Porter here. Just like he caught Porter, I think he's going to have to do something like that. And so Crawford, it said that he signed the deal for PBC. I think it's a 2-fight deal, and that's great because if he beats Errol Spence Jr., that means he's probably going to go for Jermell Charlo next. And if he could win, if he beats Errol Spence Jr., that means he'll be undisputed at 147. And then if he goes up to 154, he'll be undisputed again if he beats Jermell Charlo. That'll be 3 divisions that he's undisputed. That would be amazing. But, what I'm saying, I don't think he's going to beat Errol Spence Jr., what I'm saying. I just don't think he has the physicality to beat Errol Spence Jr. I don't think he has enough in the gas tank, what I'm saying, to stay away, what I'm saying, for 12 rounds. Hey, you seen how Errol Spence Jr. was pursuing Ugas. You see how he was pursuing Kell Brook, and people perceive Kell Brook to be the better boxer in that fight. You seen how Kell Brook marked up Terrence Crawford's face. So kind of like Ugas, I'm like taking a look. This is something that I'm looking at. How I didn't think Brook really hit Terrence Crawford that hard, bro. And his face was all lumped up, just like Ugas. So he cuts and he marks and he swells easily. Can you imagine what Errol Spence Jr. is going to do to his face? Ugas had um, several tears in his orbital bone. It wasn't just broken one place; it was broken a few places. And you know, um, I know Crawford. I mean, if you look at, just go back and look at his fight and how he swell up. This could be, what I'm saying, a stoppage, a technical stoppage for Errol Spence Jr. Because if he gets in there, and Errol, he don't have to just pressure Crawford. Errol Spence Jr. can box, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was an Olympian, and you seen how he boxed Mikey Garcia, right? So what kind of magic is Terrence Crawford going to come up with? What I'm saying, to beat Errol Spence Jr. jab, right? So he's going to have to get in there. I mean, I know his arms are long. What I'm saying? I know he can touch Errol Spence Jr., but he's going to have to lean in at some point in time. And when Earl is very active, so his work rate is going to be it's going to be alarming, y'all. Y'all see he can throw 100 punches around, so he's going to have to engage Errol Spence Jr. to back him up. He's going to have to hurt Errol Spence Jr., y'all. There's just no doubt around that. And I know his fans think that it's possible for Terrence Crawford to, like, like hurt Errol Spence Jr., but he's going to have to take chances to do that because Errol Spence Jr., when he gets into his guard, he's always ready. Ugas, what I'm saying, he covers up, he shields up, right? So that gave Errol Spence Jr., the ability or the confidence, what I'm saying, to press forward the way he pressed forward. But I don't think he'll press forward as he did Ugas. He'll fight Terrence Crawford another way, and he seemed to have, the tools to move his head. We saw that he can step in, what I'm saying? He don't rush in, he steps in. So it's gonna be hard for and he always takes like small half steps to get on the inside. So it's not like, because Crawford, what he does is, he hits you with a flurry of punches or hits you with a good shot, then he fall backs and he prepares for you to come forward to get you with the real counter, what I'm saying, to catch you, to time you. When, what I'm saying, because while you're trying to get your lick back, he's trying to time you to knock you out. And I'm pretty sure, Errol with his boxing IQ, he sees that, when Porter was on the inside of Terrence Crawford, he um he had a lot of success. He had a lot of success, y'all. Porter was even up on the cards. So Terrence Crawford was thinking he had to knock this guy out, right? He got to knock him out because Porter was up on the cards. So that tells me that we know that Spence is likely going to be up on the card, right? Because Crawford, he counter punches. He don't open himself up so he can just score points. You know what I'm saying? He he don't do that. You know what I'm saying? He waits for an opportunity to time you, right? To time you to try to knock you out. But think about this. Errol Spence Jr. defense is too tight. You know what I'm saying? It's too tight, and he has a chin. You need to think about that because Crawford's going to be looking for, what I'm saying, these knockout counters. Counters that really tag Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr. is going to be looking to get in there and get that body, even if he have to chase Terrence Crawford all around the ring. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence Jr. Has the ability to cut off the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's what you don't see in a lot of Crawford fights, is fighters cutting the ring off on him because he's like a little jumping bean. But now that he's older, you don't see him moving as much, and he's going to have to move against Errol Spence Jr. He's going to have those legs of his youth to get away from Errol Spence Jr. And once Errol Spence Jr. get to cooking, once he gets Crawford timing, and he gets the game of what he's doing, he's gonna start going in on Terrence Crawford. And if Gamboa could hurt Crawford, Spence can destroy him. You know what I'm saying? If Green Machine can hurt Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. can hurt him. Because when Green Machine hurt Crawford, he bounced right back wanting to get his lick in. That's not gonna work with Errol Spence Jr. because he's gonna meet him there. And see, he's not gonna be intimidated by Terrence Crawford angle like Green Machine was. Green Machine was very intimidating. He tried to do the same thing over and over, and of course, Terrence Crawford made that slight adjustment because he knew he knew Green Machine timing and his reach, and all he did was just dip right outside of Green Machine's reach and put in his own shot while he was shooting the same shot over and over. So it's not like it's magic. He pretty much figures out his opponents, and then he's looking for that power shot to get them off their game. You know what I'm saying? And once they get intimidated, he goes in and finish them off with combinations, and what I'm saying, he moves forward then. But he's not going to move forward until he figure he can beat you to the punch, until he figures he can pot shot you and then get out of there. Until he gets all that figured out, what I'm saying, he's not gonna be aggressive. And then let's talk about the southpaw. In this fight, we may see Terrence Crawford switch back and forth. He's going to have to because the southpaw position is not an advantage for him. You know what I'm saying? And let's think about this. With the pace that Errol Spence Jr. is going to set, we never seen Terrence Crawford how he reacts under pressure for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Nothing he does is going to slow Errol Spence Jr. down from tracking him down. So it's going to be interesting to see if Terrence Crawford can hit Errol Spence Jr. with something. You know what I'm saying, to back him up. And that's when Terrence Crawford comes forward. You know what I'm saying? Once he got you hurt, that's when he comes in for the kill. Um, so, you know, we saw Errol Spence Jr. rocked in this fight, and we saw him got hit with some things, but that's with a 17-month layoff. Now imagine when he goes into his lab, you know what I'm saying, he's not going to be rusty. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get sharp. You know what I'm saying? He's going to sharpen his tools. And, Terrence Crawford, what he saw in this Ugas fight, it's not going to be there by the time they get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be there for him. So I'm just hoping, Terrence Crawford is preparing for the best Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? Because he, you know, right now, Errol Spence Jr. is back. You know what I'm saying? Into boxing, he's back. Everything boxing. He's taking care of himself, and you know what I'm saying. Nobody knows what Terrence Crawford is doing. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's always, never had a problem with his discipline. So I'm looking at Terrence Crawford like he's going to be his best version of himself, right? So, but I just want to come on and talk about everything I've been hearing, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, um, that's pretty much all I got. This has been Full Counter Boxing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. And you know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.